I want to kind of pick up where we left off last night on the video. Now, someone who posted a dislike on the video kind of not really got the hint of where I was getting at here. Where my glasses at? My glasses. Well, where I was getting at is that, there are a lot of issues that I came across that, what was being put out there. And about the whole thing. And I made a point that, there was a footage that came across about her father. I think that people are blaming, pointing fingers. It's their fault. It's his fault. No. Now, I would say think, because there's been Iggy Azalea, the Australian rapper. She witnessed herself about Britney, and she saw, and her dad is the one controlling everything. Everything has to go through him. This is where some of you are not really even come close to, but she posted some photos, and some of you in the Free Britney movement kind of got a little problem with it, and said, here we're trying to save you, and here you are posting these photos. What Britney Spears is trying to do is show everybody that she's sane. All she wants is her life back. People in the movie industry, sports, music, you name it, even have that kind of trouble. But they deal with yes people. And they deal with people with their hands out. I mean, there's the NDA, the non-disclosable agreement. She didn't want to be in Vegas. She didn't want to do the show in Vegas. But they had her. They got this IUD inside her from even having kids. It's a type of birth control that they have her on. Why? It's what I said last night in the video last night is that, look, she's a human being. She may be a singer, may be famous, but she's irritated. She says it herself. She's angry. She's furious. She wants her dad charged and investigated. Okay, these are her words. And when someone abuses the conservatorship role that they're in, it takes a dangerous turn. It does. It would take a dangerous turn when the person that is the conservator of the conservatorship, they make it where everything has to go through them. You know. But it can be dangerous because here her father's controlling her finances. She can't spend her own money. You know, her dad won't let her drive. She has to be driven. Really? Dude, you're not letting your daughter drive her own car? It's like he's giving her a short leash. Why? You know, I can understand you're worried about your daughter, but just found out that her father had her take this psych test. And then all of a sudden, hey, Tyler Baggins, teabag. What's up, brother? Tyler Baggins, yeah, it's teabag. How you doing, brother? How you doing, brother? Give me a minute over here. How you doing? Well, I mean, it's really that, you know, she took the psych test, and all of a sudden her dad tells her she failed the psych test. And when did she have her breakdown? 2007. I can understand, you know, the concern, you know. That's, I mean, but, you know, there are a lot of people, even celebrities like Cher, a legend from Sunny Shore, Cher, you know, Madonna for one. When you got two legendary female singers who are titans in the industry, you know, that I mean, shit, that tells you something there. You got legends like Madonna and Cher throwing in their thoughts, you know, like, you know, but there's a legislation that's on the House floor. It's called the Free Britney Act, you know, and one of my viewers put a dislike on a video that I did last night, you know, about, it was titled there will be revenge for Britney Spears, because here when it's all said and done, and I said that, when it's all said and done, when the dust goes down, Britney Spears will be the one having her reckoning. That means she is wanting revenge in her own way. So once her dad charged and investigated criminals, her sister got called out. Now, like for example, she got called out by the fans because there's a post that was removed saying that why would I need a condo in Florida when I have the Ritz? Anyway, it turns out she was using her sister's condo in Florida. Her sister was jealous of her big sister. But only difference is that Britney Spears wasn't the main protagonist in Zoe 101 and had to cancel the show because she got pregnant at 16. There's a difference. Now, here's something that really makes no sense. Okay, Britney Spears has her own Instagram account. It's hers, but she just posts stuff, and all of a sudden it gets edited, removed. Like, her sister posts stuff on Instagram, then all of a sudden it's removed. It's all of a sudden, but fans and people that saw it took a screenshot of it, called her out, and said bullshit. Right? I mean, think about this. She got called out for living in her sister's condo, right? Living in her condo. Why would I need a condo when I got the Ritz? Thank you. Shit. I mean, there's a lot of things that doesn't really make sense. And this is what I was trying to get at on my last video, but somebody kind of disliked it. Or maybe it was making fun of her dad. I mean, the guy looks like he has been busy fucking a hobbit or some shit like that, you know. Or maybe is that because, I mean, the way her dad looked. I mean, I throw in the word pedo and Jeffrey Epstein's island and shit, you know. It's not accusations because there's no proof of that. But the dude looks fucking creepy, man. Creepy, dude. I mean, shit. You know, I mean, the guy does look creepy. Come on, man. I mean, I will say it again. It's about fucking money. It's about controlling. It's about controlling somebody who busted her ass for 2 decades, right? Over 20 years, man. Over 20 years. Busted her ass. Busted her ass, man. Literally busted her ass. And I talked about this last night in my last video. You know, I'm not a fan, but I do support her being free from this conservatorship because, again, I keep saying, put everything aside for the moment. What is she without the fame, the money, everything? A human being. She's still a human being. Her brother did an interview. This was like 2020 interview. Not 2020, but on YouTube. Even he says he's concerned about his sister. That's Big Brother worrying about his little sister, man. I mean, shit. Look. I'm also Big Brother. I know what it's like, big concern about the little sister, and but there is a lot of jealousy in the baby sister, because Big Sis is busting out with hits after hit after hit, but there's one that she did that does come into question. There was this fan that became an artist herself, and was also a big Hillary. Not Hillary, but a big Britney Spears fan, and she sung on. She was hired to be a backup vocalist on some tracks and shit, but. Somebody said, trying to remember, that she could sound like Britney Spears on a whim, which does make it kind of fishy, because the album that Britney Spears supposedly have done, did she really sing on her album, or was it somebody else that hired somebody who could sound like her on a whim? This is where I was trying to get at last night, but yeah, I threw a little bit of humor in there, but in the video, but still, I was being serious about this. I was being downright fucking serious about this shit, because she's a mom, and her dad was bartering, trying to fuck up the relationship with her and her kids. Those are her her sons. She loves her sons, but her dad, the way it's put out there is that he put a hand on his oldest grandson, her oldest son, which is like, dude, you should never put your hands on someone's kid, even if it's your daughter's oldest son. That's a big fucking no-no. And her baby sister, Jamie Lynn, the skanky ass, same thing with the two boys. I'm like, dude, leave them alone. They ain't your kids. They're your nephews and your grandsons, but you don't be doing that shit, Britney's youngest son called his grandpa a creep. And I also mentioned the way that Britney Spears has been controlled. It's kind of like her dad is like Joe Jackson, the head of the Jackson family, the patriarch. How the Jackson 5 were put together, and how he was pissed when one of the Jackson brothers got married. The dad was freaking furious, and this is where that same act, but it's under due to a conservativeship. Now they got her on lithium. Now I don't know what lithium is, but I thought lithium was like a thing that they use for, I mean, they have the lithium battery, but I don't know if this lithium is a medication or some kind of energy energy shot or something like that. But this is where I was trying to get at on the lithium thing, because I'm still trying to figure out what is this lithium shit, that they got her on at the time, But this abuse, everything has to go through this guy who looks like he can fuck a hobbit. Sure. We got a viewer here that I know, and he's a cool dude. Tyler Baggins. He's a stand-up comedian. I met him through a good buddy of mine, Chris Zero, and we talked. He has his own channel and also his own Facebook page. Dude is funny. And he I seen him on YouTube a few times. And he's good at his craft, and also good at what he does. He's a cool dude. Cool dude. And now there's a rapper named Tom McDonald who is they call him the most hated rapper because he's independent. He has awesome. He had hits like crazy, dude. Like he has one called trying to remember one of the songs, and like Lives Don't Matter, White Boy. There's a lot of hit songs that he did that, tell you what, these are the kind of that Eminem wouldn't want to touch, but I mean, here's Eminem, a guy talking crap on his mom and his baby's mama. Constantly on every single album, every single song, talking about burying his mom alive. I mean, dude, I can understand you got trouble with your mom, but dude, doing it through your songs, man. Talk about your daughter's mother, dude. Like, dude. I mean, I can understand, but these are the things you don't fucking do. I mean, you don't. I mean, I'm still trying to wrap my head around all this whole thing here. The industry can change you for the better or for the worse. But the paparazzi can be a huge blame, a huge problem. So, I mean, when Princess Diana died, there was mentioning of the paparazzi, man, being to blame. And so, but I can understand that could drive anyone crazy, drive anyone just like, dude, just, I can say anyone take my picture, but dude, back the fuck off. Give me some fucking privacy, man, 13 years later, here she is, man. She wants to be free from this conservatorship. And when I mentioned the revenge part last night on the video, there's a few people involved in this. Her father, her sister, a temporary conservator. But even they said that everything had to go through him, her dad, which is complete bullshit, The one thing that does bug me is that she couldn't touch her money. She had a $2,000 allowance. $2,000 allowance of her own money. But the question is, who's to blame for all this? Who's really to blame for all this? Because 13 years, and she's showing on her Instagram page that she's dancing in her living room, and she is sound-minded. Like, hey, she's sound-minded pretty good. She's doing okay, and she posted a couple of pictures topless, but she covered herself. And people are going nuts over this. Like, how could you do that? We're trying to save you. She's an adult, folks. She's showing that she's sound-minded. She's trying to tell everybody, look, I'm sound-minded. And to all the haters, go fuck yourself. She says, if you don't like what she's doing, unfollow her. She's an adult. If you got a problem with that, go fuck yourself, And this is what she's trying to tell people, even the haters. If you do not like what I'm doing, unfollow her and go fuck yourself. And but the one thing that does bug me is that her little sister, her baby sister, she's talking about why do I want a condo? Why not the Ritz? But after she got called out, she even hired a lawyer herself. But the worst thing is, Jamie Lynn's husband, the footage leaked out that here he's sitting at the computer monitoring his sister-in-law. Now, I'm wondering if he's doing this on behalf of Jamie Lynn's father, the one that is the white Joe Jackson of the Spears family. I mean, there's so many things that is bugging a lot of people. The fans, her friends, and I've been mentioning this. The fans are worried. The fans are worried about it because look, they are loyal fans. But here's my question on this one. Are there fans that are not really fans but just critics that's pretending to be a loyal fan? That's my question now. This free Britney movement, man, it's even being thrown on the House of Congress in D.C. right now. The Free Britney Act. I think that, but this will be sweet revenge on Britney's part because once her dad's removed as the conservator, and her sister's removed as the caretaker of her estate, I tell you what, her attorney is going to go full bore lawsuit against her dad. But also, I do agree, her dad does need to be investigated criminally over the abuse of his position as conservator, the conservatorship of Britney Spears. This is where I'm trying to get at, is that everything that we're all seeing now, look, there's even a truth about K-Fed. Is he the problem, part of the problem, You know what? That right there is a good question. And all she wants is her life back. That's all she's asking. Say, look, I want my life back. Is K-Fed part of the problem? That's a good question. Is Kevin Federline the problem? Is he to blame? Some say yes, some say no, but I don't know. I mean, he was her backup dancer. He's originally from Fresno. That's where I live, where I'm born and raised is in Fresno. So K-Fed does have some ties to Fresno, and do I know him personally at all? No. I know through TV. She on TV. Wow, look at Kevin Federline. Okay, well, but a lot of the media were wondering at the time, who is this guy? And they learned that he had a girlfriend and a baby on the way when he was hooking up with Britney Spears. And he got called out for cheating on his girlfriend with Britney Spears. And he had a baby on the way. Which is kind of like, dude, you're cheating on your girlfriend who's having your baby on the way, dude. That's from I got with guys, you know. You got guys would have a family, they have a wife, maybe 2, 3 kids. Then all of a sudden, hooked up with another broad, and girlfriend or wife have a baby on the way, you know. And then all of a sudden, the guy is banging the chick on the side. All of a sudden, well, guess what? I'm getting married. Then have 2 kids with the chick he's having an affair with, you know. And but is he to blame? I don't think so. But there are a lot of people that are blaming him. I don't think so. People do stupid shit, but it happens, you know. It's just that I think that I mean, there's a lot of blame going around, but the blame is solely around her father. On this one, do I think? Yeah, he needs to be removed as conservator, because he was getting paid $16,000 to $18,000 a month. You know, and her dad looks kind of kooky. But you know, when I threw the joke in there that he looks like he can fuck a hobbit, I don't know. But I did get a dislike on the video I did last night. But I'm wondering what was the cause of that dislike, you know? When, was it that I called her mom pretty at her age and shit? But, or was it that I said, who would break with this guy? It was a joke, but somebody, I don't know if they kind of didn't get the joke. But it was a joke. But you know, I mean, I wasn't serious. You know, the joke. But I was serious about the whole conservatorship thing. You know, a lot of people. I mean, there's even a documentary about Britney. A documentary. There's a video here. Goes back 4 months ago. It has 291,000 views. It says why Jessica Simpson won't watch the Britney Spears. Okay, here. It says why Jessica Simpson, the chick that played in the Dukes of Hazzard movie, won't watch the Britney Spears documentary. Now, there is a lot of blame going around on us over the abuse and shit. And I can agree to some of it, but I'm still just kind of like everybody else. I'm caught on this over like, dude, what the hell's going on here, man? Because look, it needs to come to an end. It needs to be completely end, because she's almost 40, or she's 40 now, or not yet. But it's insane. It's completely insane. I just think that, you know, this kind of lifestyle can be good because you're selling records, you're making a lot of money, but Lisa Lopes, Left Eye from TLC, before she died, she explained on how the business is, how TLC made a lot of money but ended up broke. How a sale is at a certain range on how much an artist makes, and a lot of people are wondering, was this the reason why she died in that car wreck in Honduras? Because she explained on how the record business is, on how sales of albums and stuff like that. And so, fuck. And so, the music business can chew you up and spit you out. And there are also artists that are independent, like Tom McDonald, Insane Clown Posse. They don't answer to any major label. They're making their own money their own way. They're making their own music. They're selling their own shit, and it's just him, his girlfriend, and a few people that are doing the videos, the record, and they sell it out to make good money. No. But Britney Spears is she's pissed at her sister, because here's a video. It's from the American Celebrities Vibe. It has 229 views. An hour ago, it was titled "Britney Spears finally reveals how her sister used her for years." Let's see that.
Hey guys, welcome back to American Celebrities Vibes. The whole world knows Britney Spears' his strained relationship with her father Jamie, and his role in her controversial conservatorship. But what about the rest of Britney's family, more specifically her younger sister Jamie Lynn playing for years? She didn't receive the diamond from Britain, but now it turns out she had a very good reason to stay silent about reading situation. But before we go into it, I am so grateful to those who are trying to help this channel grow by subscribing. If it is not yet the case for you, please just take few seconds to click on the subscribe button below to encourage me to give you the best content as possible. Without any further delay, let's go right into it. Britney recently put the Instagram's fire shots of her younger sister for using her, and we'll tell you exactly what she said. Britney Spears' conservatorship pays with that in court as the singer continues her battle against the 13-year-long legal arrangement that left her with no control of her finances or personal decision. After Britain's June 24 court testimony in which the pop star revealed shocking details about the nightmare she's been living in for over a decade, the Free Britney movement has gained even more momentum, and its supporters are now demanding an end to Britney. Britney herself too during the second quarter clearance in Los Angeles on Wednesday, July 14, that she not only wants the conservatorship to end, but also for fathers to charge with conservatorship. "I'm here to get rid of my dad," and charged him with conservatorship for adding that the conservatorship has allowed for dad to ruin her life. And while there's no doubt at this point that Jamie Spears should be investigated for what you did to Britney, but then also want the rest of Britain family to take some accountability for letting the content, as many fans recently pointed out on social media. Britney has been betrayed by her entire family, including her younger sister Jamie Lynn, to always claim she has nothing to do with conservatorship. But guess what? Britney is finally exposing Jamie Lynn. So what exactly did Britain reveal about how the user. Jamie Lynn Spears was born on April 4, 1991 in Macomb, Mississippi. Just like her famous older sibling, she started her career as an actor. Jamie made her debut in the teenage drama film.
Also, her sister's husband needs to be also investigated too. I mean, there's footage of pictures of him at his desk, at his computer, looking at his sister-in-law's body, spying on her, along with her baby sister. I'm like, dude, this is bullshit. This is all about money. Always have been about money. Always. I mean, it don't matter if this is a movie, music, or whatever it is. It will always be about fucking money, because money is the root of all evil, man. Like, holy shit.
Crossroads, playing the younger version of breeding character Lucy. Following Crossroads, Jamie became a regular cast member on Nickelodeon comedy series All That, and later landed her own show on Nickelodeon Wholesale We Went to One. In December 2007, Jamie signed on to guest appearance at ABC comedy sitcom Misguided, in which she played a role with My Dad, Dinner. Incidentally, just weeks after she was signed on to the role, Jamie, who was 16 at the time, and now she's pregnant by her former boyfriend, David Aldridge. The announcement caused a lot of controversy in the media at the time, with many accusing Jamie of glamorizing teenage pregnancy. However, Jamie claimed that was never her intention, and said in an interview with Glamour magazine that she was simply young and in love.
Bullshit.
Show, and it felt especially embarrassing to ask someone to put...
On that, I call bullshit. I do. I call bullshit on that, because what's one thing what teenagers have these hormones that could go like a M80. I want to get laid. No, I'm gonna get laid now. No. She says, I'm just young and in love. No, bitch, you wanted to get laid. Shut the fuck up.
Me on birth control, JB explained it, that she felt responsible for the young girls and the mothers who she probably confused and let down. I apologize for that, but I wasn't trying to glamorize these pregnancies. Following the birth of her daughter, Jamie also tried her hand at singing. And in 2011, she moved to Tennessee and started working on a country album. In 2013, Jamie Lynn released her debut single, How Could I Want More, and also appeared on Britney Spears' album On the Couch Chilling With You. But needless to say, Jamie never reached the same level of fame and success as her older sister.
Because she ruined her own life.
She's always been jealous of Britney, which could be the reason she stayed silent on Britney.
She's jealous. How come I can't make that kind of money like my big sister could? Because maybe when you got pregnant, you fucked up your own life.
Bringing conservatorship nightmare all these years, once and recently tweeted, Jamie Lynn Tears is the most ungrateful, jealous, lickable sister in the history of sisters. Britney should sue her. Jamie Lynn Haven back up her sister after she gave her a career in the first place. Disgusting. So what exactly was Jamie Lynn's role and really conservative? Well, first of all, Jamie profited off of Britney long before the conservatorship came into effect. After all, if it wasn't for Britney, Jamie most likely wouldn't have gotten any opportunity to show business history. To make matters worse, Jamie managed to convince the whole world that her only mistake was being a silent bystander, when in fact she reportedly tried to profit off of bringing suffering in the worst way possible. According to legal documents obtained by The Blast in August 2020, Jamie Lynn was secretly named trustee of the S.J. Peary Irrevocable Trust, which was set up by Britney herself to protect your fortune and secure her children's financial future. The leaked documents revealed the trust...
Now, that's being a mom. Putting her kids first. But the worst thing is putting her brother should have been the caretaker of the estate. Not her sister, her brother.
Was amended by Britney father Jamie Spears, and attorney Ed's wallets to include Jamie Lynn as a trustee. Jamie Lynn apparently
not caretaker, but trustee.
That all of these assets and cash will be...
Not, I got it wrong. Not caretaker, but trustee of the estate. Sorry. To any of you that apologize for saying it wrong, it's trustee, not caretaker. Trustee, I'm sorry. That's the word I'll look for, but I threw that in that caretaker thing, but I was wrong about that, so I apologize.
Transferred to her children in case of Britney's death. However, many fans have expressed doubt that this was genuine screw attention, and it didn't take long before Britney supporters exposed stimulants head-to-head over the trust to Lou Taylor. For those who don't know, Lou Taylor's for a former business manager who reportedly masterminded conservatorship back in 2008, shortly after Britney was put on involuntary psychiatric hold. According to Internet Flu, one of Britain's more valuable trusts was amended by Jamie Spears, and as well as 2018, making some changes, as well as making Jamie Lynn sole trustee, and in 2020, Jamie Lynn is the court's lead Lou Taylor's old investment firm, the Trust Investment Advisor. The worst part is that all this time Jamie Lynn played dumb and clean. She had nothing to do with the conservatorship.
It's all about money.
In 2019, Jamie Lynn fired back an Instagram user who accused her
about
of
money.
profiting from Britney conservatorship and claimed she didn't receive a dime from Britney.
Oh, yeah, she did,
On
dude.
May 10, 2019, Britney appeared in court to ask the judge to ease some of the restrictions imposed by the conservatorship. And that same day, Jamie Lynn shared a throwback photo of her and her sister on her Instagram page. This prompted one person to comment, "Fear of losing your allowance like me." Jamie Lynn then sat back and wrote a reply that she later deleted, which read, "Haha, nice try, but I have never been paid a dime for my sister. That is her hard-earned money, and I am not entitled to Saturday. I would not spend money. I did not earn." Jamie Lynn also shared a throwback video showing her apparently defending Britney from aggressive stance.
Yeah,
The paparazzi 10
she
years
was
ago who was there. Jamie Lynn wrote in, "And I've been
playing
here long
them the
before
whole
anyone
time.
else, and I'll be here long after I love my sister with everything I have. So anyone or anything to speak to the contrary can GTFO with all the comments about what you don't understand." However, despite genuine
GTFO? GTFO. But why was there an H at the end?
claims, the fans are convinced she's always been complicit in Britney conservatorship. You helped her 10 years ago. What about what's going on right now? Want that product? Of course the fans are not letting Jamie Lynn get away from my attitude. This time, and now that Britney has finally broken silence of conservatorship nightmare, they're once again slamming Jamie Lynn for staying silent. So after intense backlash on social media, Jamie Lynn finally broke silence in the series of video messages she shared on her Instagram story. Jamie Lynn, that she tells it what
The reason that her sister is no longer silent because she got called out. She got called out for all her shit that she's doing. I mean, come on. Here, big sis got into the industry. You know, kind of gave her a little help here, but screwed her over. That's like the song goes, biting the hand that feed, by Nine Inch Nails.
Wasn't her place to comment on Britney's case until Britney spoke first, and claimed she's always loved, adored, and supported her older sister. But now that she's very clearly spoken, not only loved, adore, it's important message, and this is my sister. Before Jamie also said she had nothing to gain or lose, regardless of how Britney's situation is resolved, and insisted she supported Britney long before the Free Bridge hashtag in a day. I have nothing to gain or lose either way. This situation does not affect me either way, but despite Jamie Lynn trying to sound all emotional and broken up about the situation, the fans are not buying into her version of events, and
No.
it seems like neither is.
Her fans are pissed, dude. Her fans are freaking pissed, man. Very, very pissed. And I mean, that's what happens Now, here's the one goes entitled, "Is Britney's agent full of it?" I mean, full of shit. Her agent, Kate Hudson, wants to hashtag Free Britney now. And this was like 4 days ago. I mean, there are blame to go around, but I mean, Britney Spears wants her freedom back, man, and I don't blame her, dude. I mean, shit, she busted her ass off for 2 decades, man. Like, dude. And her brother talked about his sister, went on, helped her on 8 world tours, and the dude just kind of laid back, kind of, you know, and has his own family stuff, so. And shit, Big Brother concerned, shit. I would too if my sister was in that position, man. I'm like, dude, just fucking A. What's this?
I have a new video for you guys because Michael Jackson's life and Britney Spears' life are similar in a lot of ways. Both were brought up as child stars, they grew into mega stars, and were taken advantage of along the way. Michael tragically passed due to his own team and their careless choices, but they knew.
Now, I could say, you know, when you are at that, I mean, been in the business for 25, 30 years, you know, I mean, even 40 years, you know, I mean, there has to be trust among people, you know, you gotta trust people around you, you know, that's a good question there. Is there any similarity between? You know what? That is a good question there. Is there any similarity between Spears and Jackson? Somewhat. He was. There are artists like Prince, man. The dude wanted control of his own music. Okay. And he did. Now Tupac, the dude was worth a lot of money. That dude made a lot of money, even after his death. His mom sued Suge Knight for his catalog, which is worth $100 million. And now I hear about Tupac's dad getting in the picture, accusing his mom of some shitty shit. Which, where was this guy? Out of the blue, it's like one of those dads that walk away, didn't want to be responsible for the family. Then all of a sudden, one of the kids, say a son, say, for example, plays basketball, gets drafted, all of a sudden, the dad comes out of the nowhere after so many years of not being a man and take care of the family. All of a sudden, he comes to the picture, you know. Those are the kind of dads that want a handout. No, if you were man enough to help create a life and ain't man enough to support that life you help create, you're not a man at all. Oh, you see yourself all walled up and broke and shit here. Well, that's my boy, doing pretty good. Maybe he can help me out. No. No. If you ruined your own life, fuck you. But there is a lot of people in any industry, music, movies, sports, whatever, that have been taken advantage of, you know. But in Britney's case, this is where she's about to put her foot down and then up her own sister's ass. Which would be pretty funny, though. Now, her dad could be sued and also criminally investigated. This is where I was trying to get at last night on my last video that I did last night, which I got a dislike on, you know, and but the way it was set up, the way it was done, the way it was rearranged in 2018, something between 07 and 2018 along the way there kind of got really fucked up because this was like, dude, when she was when Britney Spears had a stint in Vegas, they wanted her to do a show in Vegas. She didn't want to do it because that meant that if she did shows, her dad got paid. She didn't want to do it. She knew that if she did the shows in Vegas, her dad was getting paid. Any albums that was sold, he got paid because of the conservatorship. He got paid. She didn't. Now tell me that's fucked up, right? That's fucked up, right? But not just that, he wanted them to sign a non-disclosure agreement or she ain't going to do the show. Think. It's about fucking money. There's a biopic movie about Frankie Lyman and the teenagers, and there's a song called "How Fools Fall in Love," and that song was worth millions. And it was written by Frankie Lyman and a couple other members of the group. Well, Frankie Lyman sold his rights to that song to a gangster that was involved in the industry. Now there was a show years ago talking about wills, piece of paper, and the two surviving members that did the writing of the thing. They got screwed over on the deal because here's the guy that owned the rights, and he put his name along, even though he didn't write the song or co-write it. He put his name by Frankie Lyman's name as if he was the co-writer of the song, which he never did. So after he died, his daughter took over the rights to that song. So the widow of Frankie Lyman and the two surviving members of the group sued and got their royalties. And but the only way to get their royalties was to sue the widow, because she sued the heir. The widow sued the guy's daughter or wife who had control of this, because they were making money off the song themselves, even though they had nothing to do with the song. The widow sued and got the rights from the song. But even though she owned the rights now at the time, two founding members of the group that co-wrote the song had to sue the widow to get their royalties, because they were co-writers of the song. And every time when a song is played, they get royalty checks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But, all this shit with Britney Spears' conservatorship, I mean, it's about money. It's about money, dude. And her sister lied. No. Now, check this out. Tell me you wouldn't be pissed off. Jamie Lynn Spears and her husband were spying on her sister. And there's a footage of him sitting at his desk at the computer monitoring Britney Spears' Instagram page. Now, I'm wondering if he has any dark side himself, or if he has a criminal record himself. Because here they're spying on behalf of her father, who's the conservative guy. Because everything goes through him. Why? The guy looks like he could fuck a hobbit. Or skull fuck one. Like, holy crap. So, there are so many questions here. So many questions. Michael Jackson died. He had people taking advantage of him. The guy was worth nearly $500 million. His entire catalog that he sold to who? Paul McCartney. But I'm also wondering if he sold the rights of the Beatle records back to Paul McCartney. Because I tell you what, the Beatle catalogs are worth billions. And there's a lot of conspiracy theories over the death of Michael Jackson. Like, was the doctor a patsy in all this? He served 5 years. And if he was a patsy, who was really behind his death? That's the question that fans are going to want to know. But there will always be conspiracy theories over his death. Always will. Now, say for example that Britney Spears Only for an example, if Britney Spears passes away, only for example here, if it was mysteriously, who would be at fault? Who would be the patsy of her death? And you know damn well that someone's going to be blamed. Someone's going to be a patsy for it. Her boyfriend. And if it happened, her boyfriend would be the blame. He'll be the patsy. Why? It's all about money. It's all about money. Of course, she ain't really dead, you know. Just a example here, because what happened to Michael Jackson, you know. And it is kind of fishy, and it doesn't smell right. Period, you know. You know, it's just that it's bullshit, you know. It's crap, you know. It's bullshit. Real bullshit, you know. And the one who's been kind of sitting back quiet is her big brother, you know. But there's a lot of blame going around. And the only blame I could see is her father and her sister. It's all about the money. All of it is just insane. All insane. Alright, folks. Please share this video. If you're new to this channel, please like, subscribe, comment below, and hit the bell for notification. And if you got this transmission, you are the resistance. I'm Agent Grimlock, Agent of Farts. Always be healthy and well wise. I love you guys. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out. Godspeed.